Feel like we ain't going hard enough. We ain't going hard enough. But you want me to soften up for you, girl, I'll soften up. But my guard is up. Yeah. In a perfect world, she telling me the shit that she need. She say practice makes perfect, well your name must be practice. Cause you make perfect seem average. Yeah, little euphoria, little euphoria. Yeah, I told you I could sing, I'll sing for you, girl. Turned into everything you see, just like I said that I would be. Told you before I was. Incredible Hulk shit. Cause when they see me, they want green, but girl, you got me on my calm shit. She see me in the suit and start busting like I'm John Wick. Yeah, hey, you know the movie where the young boy was by himself at? Fam left us home alone, so we was setting up traps. Fuck that. They talking about get a real job, but I'm straight. Made another 1,000 before niggas' lunch breaks. Yeah, this how dope boys felt in the 80s. Real P's in the 70s. Bum nigga I'll never be. They gon' have to make a pair of me to try and compare to me. Yeah, hey, my boy a vet with this dog shit. Like he take care of poodles. I told him to be careful moving. You know the loudest ones, man, they always die first like the scary movies. Yeah, hey, and you thought I was a dog, huh? But you spelled that shit backwards, girl, I'm God's son. She gon' wait till God come before she make her mind up. But when I put this rollie in the air, that mean your time's up. You want me to relearn? I gotta do the research. Girl, you know you my B-word. Ain't going back and forth about what she heard, girl. You know I'm your N-word. Money busting out my pocket, square pants to a Squidward.
You know flowers look nice until they die, right? You know airplanes made to touch the sky, right? You know death comes in threes, roll that shit up, hit the trees, give it to you like a king, When you die, who on your will? Remember Mont 100% veil, years later he got killed. Sometimes I watch Just God videos, sometimes I get the chills, like if we ain't never beef, damn, he probably still be here, Think about my glow up, back around the time when state property broke up. That was back in 05, a lot of niggas told lies. Ski mask, gold plies, or put him in a bow tie. Sometimes that hood shit come out of me when I'm supposed to be corporate. I hope I don't get blackballed cause I made the wrong choices. I hope I don't get blackballed cause I spoke for the voiceless. Control you like a joystick, had you on that little boy shit. Me and Scoop toe up, think about if I blow up. Think about who really about to show up. Who on your Mount Rushmore? I bet we take up 2 spaces. Gemini, that's 2 faces. My fiance too crazy. Hate to get calls after 12 because it's never good. Wondering if Pac could be alive if he ain't hang with Suge. Bro, I send you off the camp and put you all up in a wood. K the size of Christian Wood, screaming free that nigga Boog. Told her this, that, feel it in the air shit. That passport, damn here in the air again. Bust down OGFE arrogant. Fendi Bell looking like Tyreek, bitch, Effie. Her man slides bun messy. You know I'm that nigga, be honest. Scream, I'm that nigga she biased. Texting and catch when she typing. Thinking I'm slipping, she tried it. Yeah. And she gon' keep that seat if you don't like it. I know you might not eat that plan B if I buy it. Sometimes I just be, I be thinking like, I wonder how my family would be if my uncle ain't get killed at that let out, man. Or if I ain't leave that Maddie shit alone, 18, 19, no guidance, you feel me? A lot of shit I just think about sometimes and zone out, you feel me? But this that next level shit. And if you miss that train, you can't get on. I feel honest shit.
What's up, everybody? How you feeling tonight? That was CRMC, Mount Rushmore. Check it out. On all streaming platforms. You got iTunes Music. Shout out to the guys, man, the GOATs, man. Shout out to CRMC, bro. Well, we're here tonight, right? I'm minus my guest, right? Well, not my guest, my partner, right? My partner, Mike Martin. He's not here tonight. But listen, we're going to keep the train moving. This is Straight Like That. You already know. We usually talk about sports. The Eagles training camp has started. Basketball season. I mean, we haven't done a show in a long time, so I'm gonna say this. I appreciate everybody for sticking by the radio station. I appreciate everybody's calls and texts and everything that you're doing, right? I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it going, and hopefully Mike will be here. He's out buying a car, right? So hopefully he's not buying a Fusion. Speaking of Fusion Fridays, that's right, August 9th, August 16th, August 23rd and August 30th. We'll be at Memorial Park, Chester Park, Erie Park, and Washington Park. This is a chance for all the nonprofits in the area to come out into the community and tell people what they're doing, right? Show people the process that they have for our community, the programs that they have for our community. If you are a nonprofit, if you want to be on the flyer, if you want to be out there telling people what we have, Trinity House, I got you. I just got a text today. I'm going to add you to the list. You will be on the flyer tomorrow. I want to thank everybody. Safe Corridors, G-Von, Health Educated, Chester Community Coalition, Chess Pen, Brown Reentry, Nerds Family Kitchen, Big Vars, Local 413, Del Cora, the Cat Center, Pressure Inc., Gifted Child, Secure the Bag, Pressure Inc., I said that already probably, Circle, you feel me? And Brahim, he's bringing his 360 machine out. I don't know which Friday he's gonna pick, but he said he'll be there. I'm totally, thank you, right? I don't even know what to say. But tonight we're gonna talk about life, how life be lifing. Where do you go when life is lifing? Where do you go? How do you deal with your traumas? How do you deal with your issues? You know, everybody has that special place that they go to. But I have my guest here, Donyae Price, right? From My Serenities, right? She's here, and we're gonna try to talk, man. We're gonna talk about how life be lifing, and where do we go, and how do we deal with the traumas that are in life, bro. It's hard out here. How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Get closer to your microphone, right?
Okay.
That's your baby,
All
right? Pull it to you. If you got to
can.
pull it to you, yeah.
All
Just
right.
pick it up. It's not heavy. You're a firefighter.
That's fine. Stop.
It's not heavy.
I feel amazing. I
Right.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really good day today. How about you?
I feel I'm tired.
I'm that too.
I'm definitely tired. I'm trying to be honest, right? I'm not overly tired, but I'm tired. And I think that before I have a meltdown or a complete burnout, sometimes you just gotta.
What's that called?
I don't know what it's called, but you gotta do it sometimes, right? It's probably a word for it. You gotta wipe your hands.
I call it a reset.
A reset?
Yes.
Okay. Well then I hit the reset button big,
Yeah.
right? All right.
Yeah.
Life be lifing. For me, life started lifing real hard for me when I first went to therapy. The first time I went to therapy, everybody knows about that. And my therapist told me I was 16 years old. He said, "What does 16-year-old you want to do? You're 16. What did you want to do when you were 16?" And I said a radio station, and I started one. And me and Donyae were just talking about how you write things down, and you get to a point and you don't go back and revisit it. You don't go back and look at what you accomplished, the things that you checked off, right? And write a new list. Because this is year 7. This is a year of completion. Everybody keeps saying this is the year of completion. Like this is year 7. But so much has happened in those 7 years that I just feel like I done got punched by Mike Tyson a couple times, and I just need to sit down and gather myself and reset and think about how I can move forward. I also went through a divorce, right? But that was because of my actions. Me and my ex-wife have been talking lately, right? Talking about not getting back together, but just having the nerve to have a conversation about what we did to each other then. You know what I mean? How we hurt each other then, and how we can make it better. So, I just want to hear from the guests. I want Donyae to give her energy, right? And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna come up with the questions, and we're gonna go forward. So, like, when you think of how life be lifing, what do you think of?
Well, for me, when I feel like life is lifing the most is when I recognize that all the hats that I wear are demanding a lot at the same time. And it requires that reset that I was telling you about.
Right.
being a mom, first and foremost, and then a full-time career firefighter, an entrepreneur, and a nature enthusiast, and trying to be the best at all of those at the same time, it can get overwhelming.
Daunting.
Yeah.
Very daunting.
Heavy.
Right.
And you got to take a step back, though. Some people will keep moving forward trying to get through it, and it probably works for them. But for me, I have to take a step back and reset and prioritize what's most important at that moment and take things one day at a time. Because it appears as if I'm good at juggling things. I'm not really good at juggling a bunch of chaos.
Right.
So resets are definitely needed.
Got to put everything down.
Yes.
So recently, I'd say over the last 2 months, I experienced a heavy punch, right? I lost my mother. Mm-hmm. Now, for anybody that knows me and my mother's relationship, you know that we were like best friends. Mm-hmm. My mother knew everything that I did, and she prayed for me every night. The night before she passed away, we had a conversation, and it was like I don't know, when I think about how she ended the phone call, she said, I gotta go. Mm. I'm like, what are you talking about? You gotta go? Where are you going? Mm. I asked her this, right? Like, where are you going? You don't have to go anywhere, Mom. Like, we're talking. She's like, boy, I gotta go. I got things to do. But I'm gonna help you. I promise you, I got you. So when I was on the phone with my mom, I was talking about how I just felt just overwhelmed with the radio station, with my jobs. I said, I feel like I'm not giving the effort that I should give to each and every position that I hold. And I said, I feel like I'm blocking someone else from something, and it's too much for me to continue to carry. I feel like I'm going to fall. You know, my personal life was shit anyway at that point, right? So it's just like, yeah, I got to I need a reset. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you know, I just want you to know that I'm super proud of you. There's no award that you can get that's going to make me any more proud of you than I am right now. There's no amount of money that you can have that's going to make me. I'm super proud of you for changing and sticking with it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people change and they realize, all right, this ain't what it is. You feel me? I need to go back. And they go back. And something bad happens. She was like, these last 7 years have been the most peaceful night sleeps I've had since before your father passed away, right? So I was like, I've been dead since I was 12. Here I am at that point, 44, 7 years, 37. So 25 years, you didn't, and she was like, no. Every night you went out the house, I sat with the phone next to the phone waiting for it to ring, saying so. That's why I was always there. Whenever I did get a call and I did answer, I was always right there. I'm not bailing you out. She said, I'm not going to bail you out of jail. You got to figure that out yourself. So make sure you got enough money, because I'm not going to, if you're telling me what you're doing, you think I'm going to come and support what you're doing? No, it doesn't work that way, right? I'm still your mother. So yeah, you can sit in jail for it and you'll figure it out. And she meant that. Never did she ever, right? She might have called some people for me. All right, I need you to call this person. She might have called some people, but no, I'm not doing that. So when she passed away, I felt like, you know, I got punched in the gut. I needed to catch my breath.
Yeah.
And I had no other choice but to say, all right, PA Humanities was a great job. They're a great organization. Just not for me. CPSN is a great community job in the community, telling people how to value themselves and showing people they can go back to school and helping people find jobs. It's a great situation. It's just not for me anymore, right? The radio station, that was for me from the beginning. So I got to get back to that, right? I got to get back to, because I'm still who I am, right? So I quit both jobs and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. It's like, you gonna walk away from $150,000? I said, it's not about the money. It was never about the money for me. It was about helping someone else, giving something to someone else, right? And I didn't feel like I could do that the way I felt. I felt like I'm helping you, but I got robbed. You feel me? I didn't want to.
Yeah, who's looking out for you?
and I need to look out for me more. So that's how life is lifing for me right now, right? And it's not comfortable. So the question is, where do you go? Right? What do you do? Who do you talk to when life is lifing? Because it's hard.
It is very hard. I'll start with who I talk to, and I'm okay with even saying this. Honestly, I talk to myself a lot.
You don't answer yourself though, do you?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Sometimes I do. I talk to myself a lot, and I talk to God the most. But when I'm talking to myself, depending on what's going on, I will lay myself out. And sometimes we have to do that to ourselves in order to hold ourselves fully accountable. We got to hear the words that we need spoken. But I also seek professional advice from my therapist. I have personal advice that I seek from my mentors. I have a male and a female mentor, which I think is very important. And I have a great circle of friends, great women that I trust and I value their opinions. And it's helped me get to where I am. So I talk to myself and all those people, including God.
Right.
And I go hiking. It's really therapeutic. People think it can't be. You can't feel all the things that I say. It really is real. I go hiking. I've been hiking 3 times this week.
3 times this week?
I've hiked.
How far? How in a hike? I think a hike is like miles, right? It's a couple miles. So what's your longest hike?
I would probably think, I think it probably is around maybe like 6 miles. And that's not far.
Right.
That's not far.
6 miles to and back?
No,
So
that's 6.
3 miles
3
to
miles to
and back.
3
Okay.
miles back.
All right.
This week, each time I hiked, it was 4.5 miles. So I hiked maybe like a total of 12 miles this week.
Right.
And I felt it after the 3rd day.
Right.
But you don't see a lot of people out there, but when you do run into people out there, they're out there doing the same thing. They're trying to reset. They're getting some exercise in, but to me, it really doesn't feel like exercise. I'm out there for 3 hours. I'll sit in the middle of the woods for 3 hours. I'll find a beautiful spot. I'll eat lunch. I'll listen to music. I'll ground. I'll do all the things. Yoga.
How you grounding?
I take my socks and my shoes off.
Out there in the hike?
Yes, I do. I don't hike like that.
Okay, all right, okay.
I find
when you sit down.
When I sit, yeah,
Okay.
I gotta find a good, beautiful, nice, soft patch of grass, and I'm like, oh, I'm taking my socks and shoes off right there.
Right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay, all right. What does grounding do for you, though?
It recharges you.
It does?
It does 100%. It recharges you. So I don't know if you've ever seen how people will hook themselves up to this machine that it'll show you the energy that's transferring from the earth to your body.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, you can get them anywhere essentially, but if you are wearing shoes and you connect to it, you don't see anything. You take your socks and your shoes off, you connect to it, you're grounding and you're receiving what the earth has to give to you. And most people don't see it, don't know it, or if they have heard it and saw it, they don't believe it, but it really works.
Can you ground at the beach?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll do that.
100%.
Yeah, I'm not going in the woods. It's just something about going into the woods for me, right? I need a machete. You feel me? I'm gonna need to bring my baseball bat. No guns. You feel me? I'm gonna use, but.
I mean, I get that, but then I also, nature has like a PR problem when it comes to the black community. I say that
Definitely.
a lot.
Absolutely.
We will go as far as a backyard and cook out, but anything other than that, I'm not going out there. The bugs, but I've heard so many people say that, and then for my birthday, this is the 2nd year in a row where I took people camping with me in a tent. Yeah, in a tent.
I go glamping.
No. A tent.
No.
Not glamping.
Yeah.
No, you gotta. So that same That same reaction you have is what some of the non-campers were saying prior to going on the nature escape. And then now they're like, when are we doing it again? So we have another one scheduled in September. In June, it was about 20 of us.
Where you going to bathroom at?
A beautiful bathhouse outside.
Oh, it is a bathhouse.
Beautiful bathhouse, yes.
Right, it's like okay.
It's not like camping was back in the day.
Back
You
in the
can
day.
go to places like that,
No, I'm
but
good.
no, you can use a toilet and
toilet?
shower. Yes,
Oh, you can shower?
with tile. Yes.
That's nice.
I know.
Okay, right.
Yes.
I don't know. When you doing that again?
September 6th through the 8th, we go to Huck and Buck Farms.
Huck and Buck?
It's a black-owned farm.
Okay, all right.
And it's in Smyrna, Delaware,
All right.
and it's beautiful. And we have the most amazing weekend, adults only weekend. We go kayaking at Lum's
So when
Pond.
you say adults only,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gets a little. But I'm not going to say anything.
No, go ahead. say
No,
it.
that's okay. This is not the show for that. Right? It's not the show for that.
We see, but we as adults, as parents,
Right.
like when we were talking prior to the cameras rolling, we were talking about always doing things for other people, especially our children. I get mom guilt. It sounds like sometimes you get dad guilt, but we need adults
time.
only things to basically invest in ourselves. That's what it is. I don't want to have to be looking to see what Cameron is doing. I need to be able to unwind without being a mom.
Right.
Because you can't unwind
Can't.
when you are actively being a parent.
No, you can't.
No.
It's hard.
It's impossible a little bit.
It's beyond impossible. Right? Always trying to find that me time. I was watching a movie last night, Atlas. Shout out to Jennifer Lopez. It was
Didn't
a great,
see it.
It's a great movie, right? But I remember the mom was talking about how she gave her daughter an iPad because she needed to take a shower, right? I just needed time. And she grabbed the iPad and she liked the wildebeest, and the iPad just kept on giving her more wildebeest to play with. So she hopped in the shower. She was like, and I was like, wow, like that's real. Like when you have a baby, when you have a child, right, you can't just go get in the shower and leave them out there to do anything. Everybody be like, where your daughter at? She in the car running, AC on, you feel me, seatbelt on. Now, she has now learned how to escape
Get out.
the seatbelt, and I catch her in the front seat sometimes. I'm glad she's not big enough to grab anything and step on a brake and move the car, but I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, I gotta,
Yeah.
You gotta come with me now. So now when I go to the store, she gets out the car. She comes with me.
Yeah.
But it's hard for a parent to do anything constructive for themselves, right? Because when you I truly believe this, and I said this, you know, me and Nafati, shout out to the morning meeting, we always were debating, and I said, when you have a child, your life is over. The life you knew before you gave birth to that child is over. So everything you were doing then, can't really do now that you had. This is your first child. You can't really do that. And there's a lot of people that continue to live that life that they lived before, and the child, you can tell the child is in the house by themselves, or frustrated, or mom's always gone, or dad's not there, right? So if you stop doing what you're doing and you focus on your kid, it's better for your kid. Your kid gets the better version of you. But if you don't take the time to understand what you should be giving yourself, as well as giving to the child, then you're lacking now, right? 'Cause you're always running. You're always your PTA meetings. You heard that, PTA meetings, right? You should be going to PTA meetings. If your child goes to Chester High School, you should be in a PTA board and doing something for the kids. Parent Teachers Association, right? PTA meetings, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, whatever they're doing, constructive, basketball camp, football camp, the things that we do, and then we look back at ourselves and I'm like, I didn't take a break in 13 years.
Because you didn't look for the balance. And that's one of the things. I did a mommy, it wasn't a podcast, it was an event where it was a bunch of moms in the room, and we were talking about being moms and how the things we loved and disliked about it. We are conditioned to take care of everyone else except for ourselves, including our kids. But we think that doing that for our kids is best for them, and I don't agree with that. You have to find balance where you can invest in yourself at the same time, because then you're giving your kids a better version of who you are. Right. But when you're drained and you're doing all these things, these 1,000 things for your kids, for your household, for your family, for your friends, for your job, and you are neglecting you are giving them a watered down version of a parent.
Yes.
And that's not fair to them. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them. So when you have to, as a parent, establish boundaries with your kids. So you can say, on Tuesday, Daddy ain't doing not a damn thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I curse all the time.
Daddy is not doing anything. You have to do that for you.
Right.
So, yes, be a great father, but also be a great Pierre.
Right.
Because that makes you an even better father.
Right. So you were saying earlier when we were talking, and we had a nice conversation before we got started on the podcast, you know, I could be a good father, I could be a good partner, I could be a good friend. You feel me? You showed me a video, and you was like, you know, but if you take time for you, you can be a greater father, a greater friend, a greater asset to your community, right? Because you're taking time for you to understand. So those hikes that you go on, are you resetting every time? You went on 3 hikes, so were you resetting 3 times?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
All right.
So the first time I went, it was a reset.
Okay.
But then I saw some things out there that I wanted to go out and explore more. And then it was another path I wanted to take. I'm literally out there wandering and exploring. Right. But that's also for me. It's not that I necessarily need a reset, but it is fueling who Donyae is. I love outdoors. I love learning so much about nature and what it does, and it gives me the ability to share it with other people.
Absolutely. How do you handle life? Like outside of resetting, outside of the people that you talk to, outside of going on nature hikes, right? Do you let life get to you? Do you worry a lot? Do you just say, you know, somebody told me, I forgot what they told me, but they told me it was about worrying, right? Oh yeah. Why worry? Are you worried it's going to happen? If it happens, what comes from that, right? If it doesn't happen, what comes from that? So it's a whole worry chart, right? Why are you worried about it? Just let it go. Just do what you do the best you can do, and let it go. Do you worry a lot?
A lot. But I remind myself that I'm not in control, and that's when I'm able to let it go. Because I fall off track. I think anybody that I know they fall off track. Right. But when it comes to overthinking, worrying, I'm fearful. I don't stop though, but what I do is I have to remind myself again that I'm not in control, and when I understand that, I tell myself whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be, because I'm not in control. So what am I worrying for if I can't control the outcome? Right. It's no point.
I worry a lot, and I think that's the thing, right? I want to control the outcome.
That's your problem.
That's my problem, right? And I've been like that since I was a kid. So my dad died when I was very young. I was 12. Before my dad died, he said, take care of your mother and your sister. My therapist said that was wrong for my father to say that to me because I was too young to do any of that stuff. And he said, the way you listen to your dad, explain you and your dad's relationship. And I told him my dad was very strict. He was Haitian. You know, I was first generation, so I was supposed to be a doctor. You know what I mean? Like that's what he wanted for me, right? So he was very strict. I wasn't allowed outside. I was always reading. He came home from work. I read him the newspaper. When he got off of work, he took his shoes off, sat down, all right, read, right? And I had to do that. And then after that, I went to bed. I took a bath, took a shower, and I went to bed. I didn't get to go outside with the other kids, right? So when he passed away, there was no one there to tell me what I had to do, right? You know, my mom was hurting as well. So I felt like I always wanted to fix things. I always wanted to make sure my sister was straight. I always, Mom, are you good? Oh, you need some extra money? Oh, you need, all right, let me figure that out, right? I had a job at a very young age. I was working over town at Mr. and Mrs. Pierce's card shop. That was
showing your age a little bit.
Yeah, I am. I'm talking about 95, 96. You feel me? Like
I was 10.
Right. Everything that was going on, I was working, right? I was trying to make some money to help out. What happened is I got sticky fingers. You feel me? Like I started taking more, not putting things back. You feel me? Like and I thought that was helping my family. And it really wasn't. It was preparing me to go down a very tumultuous road, right? Because that's what it was. But now when I look back at that, I don't blame myself, right? I just say, make better decisions because I'm still here, so I can make better decisions to help people. And I try to tell people all the time, right? You can be a person that wants to do so much, but if you're doing it the wrong way, it doesn't count.
Oh my gosh, J. Cole said, the good news is you came a long way.
Right.
The bad news is you went the wrong way. That's horrible.
Right.
That's horrible. Right. It's horrible to be like, oh my gosh, I came so far. When you turn around and you look, God, I gotta go all the way back.
Make a left. Yep. So that's what I've been doing. That's these last 7 years I've been walking back down that road, right, to get to the fork, to take the other one.
Yeah.
Right, and I think I'm almost there, right. Then when I gotta walk up that road, it's like, oh man, I gotta go through this stuff all over again, right? But I don't know what'll happen, right? I might find that it's an escalator there for me. You feel me? You know the escalator that be at the airport that just hop on that joint and speed me up a little bit, right? But for me, I handle stress. And who do I talk to? I also talk to God. I also talk to myself. I don't answer myself though. My uncle used to say, he said, if you talk to yourself, it's cool. You're crazy if you answer yourself.
Listen.
Sometimes to do the things that we are doing to break our generational curses or to just break whatever's around us, to be different, to be a trendsetter, to be a person, you have to be a little crazy, right? You have to do some things that people are not comfortable with you doing, right? Everybody was like, no, don't quit. I talked to so many people. They say, nah, keep it. I said, I don't feel good doing these. I don't, right?
That means let it go.
I feel like there are some other people behind me that can do a much better job.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro, guess what? I still got the radio station. I'm still in the community. I still help out. They can call me and say they want me to do something. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do that. Right? I'm going to get it done. But I don't want the money.
Yeah. That's hard, because that's not what we're all striving for. We do want to make money, but I want to feel good.
I want to feel great.
I want to feel great.
I want to feel great.
Yeah, I want to feel great the benefits of.
I have to feel great. I feel great at the radio station. I feel great doing shows. Yesterday was a great event, right? We had 5 brothers. We had more brothers, and I wish we could have turned it over and let the other brothers sit down and speak on what's happening in our community. Why has it been going on for so long? We think about Power 99 and Increase the Peace. They've been doing those concerts for years. I was a kid when they was doing them, right? Is it just for promotion? Are you just using Increase the Peace for promotion? Or are you really about increasing the peace? Because if you were, I think things would be moving a lot differently.
Yeah.
That's just me, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like having those men sit there and talk about, and everybody had the same point of view. I'm not perfect. There's no way. I've made my mistakes. I've messed up other people's lives. But I'm here to say I'm trying to change. I need more men to step up. I need more men to come out into the community. And I also need more women to stop pressing on them so hard. Right? If they're out there in the community and they're trying to help out, let them help out. Don't tear them down while they're helping out, right? Because that's what happens. You feel me? Men get out there and there's no money in it, so they can't do anything. And then
I get what you're saying.
You got to get right back into the situation, right? And when you want to change, you need support, like strengthening support. I need you to come behind me and say, it's good, man. You're doing a great job, bro. Just keep doing it, right? It'll work itself out, because it will. It worked itself out for me. It's working itself out for everyone. So just take your time, though.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how I feel, right? So do I worry a lot? Yes, I do. But I talked to my therapist. I just had a therapist session this afternoon, and she told me the same thing you told me. So, obviously, I need to work on me. Yeah. First.
That was one of the questions they asked us, like, what's some advice that you've been given as a parent that you disliked? And I never like when people told me to put my kids, and a lot of people will not understand what I'm saying, but I feel strongly about it. Don't tell me to put my kids before everything, because they can't come before me. Because if they come before me, then who am I as a parent to them? Like, who am I showing up as their mom when I'm broken, I'm not rested,
not at 100%.
I'm mentally beat up, emotionally just drained, and I'm showing up to a PTA meeting, trying to show it for my kid, and I have nothing to give. I have to take care of me first. It's not selfish. It's not, and if it is selfish, it's a positive way of being selfish, because you have to take care of you first. You have to.
It's hard when you speak of the selfish part. That was never me. I'm always giving.
We're conditioned to take care of people first.
But it was beyond with conditions. I was in 7th grade buying the whole class pretzels and chocolate milk.
Oh, you had money.
Buying the whole class pretzels and chocolate milk, come to school, you feel me? Like, and I continued that. I see people that, I remember one day I was riding up Philly. I was going up there to get my glasses, and I'm on the side of the road. I'm on I don't know what street that is, but I'm up Philly, and a homeless man walks up to the car, say, "Need a couple dollars." I said, "I ain't got no small bills, bro. All I had was 50s and 100s. I gave him a 50. The car next to me followed me all the way to where I was going. He was like, "Bro, like, you gave him a $50 bill." I said, "I know." He's like, "Why?" I said, "He needs it more than I do." You feel me? Like, so why wouldn't I? I said, when someone needs something, you shouldn't question what they'll spend that money. They just need it. He's homeless, I guess. Maybe this is his job. He can go change his clothes and hop in his Benz if he wants to. It doesn't. But at that point, I felt as though I should give. So I've always been a giver. I give more than I receive. I don't take anything. Now, it could be screwed up when you talk about a male-female relationship. Of course, I want as much as I can get, right? But I still give you a lot.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Because you're telling me how easy it is for you to give and look out for people. Why is it so hard for you to do that for Pierre?
I've never done that.
But why not?
I don't know. I really don't. I wish I knew. I really do, right? Because I've never... You say, all right, I might buy myself a pair of sneakers, but I've never really taken time out to know who I am. Right?
Yeah, that's below the surface. Them sneakers, we see a lot of people, that dress themselves from top to bottom, smelling amazing.
Right.
But who are you?
Right.
Because when I see that, a lot of times I feel like people are hiding things. When you're hiding things, a lot of the times is because of, how you feel about yourself. You can buy yourself a pair of sneakers, but you still can't sit here and say why you don't do the things that Pierre needs to do for himself internally. That's what's most important.
I've never put myself first. I've never said, I need to do this for me. You feel me? I was young when I took my Shahada, and my grandma went to church every Sunday. My mother, family, we went to church every Sunday. It was never a problem. My father had me reading every biblical book, right? From the Torah to the Bible. Never let me read the Quran. So I was looking for answers. And I think that was the first thing I did for myself was I took my Shahada, right? Because I believe that Islam, it was comforting, right? To pray every day, to be clean, I didn't really go deep into it because at that time I had really kind of stopped reading. I really stopped reading books, but I believe that Islam for me was the first thing that I did for myself. After that, nothing else. So I
And that's been how long?
I took my shot at 95.
It's a long time.
It is. It's an awful long time. Damn.
Reflect on that.
I don't want to.
You
I don't want
have
to
to.
because you're gonna give me. Nah, I don't want to. See, this is not my interview. This is not even really an interview. This is a show about how life be life. But you are absolutely correct, right? Talking about almost 30 years. 30 years of hiding who I am, truly. 30 years of being. I was a nerd. And I was a nerd on the street trying to do something else. Nerd didn't get too much respect. Right? So I was trying to be something else. I became that. And then I said I didn't want to do that. Right? So it's been hard to give myself anything, honestly. But I need to do the work.
Get back to 16-year-old Pierre. You got to get back to yourself.
I'm not going back to 16. I'm 23 now.
I mean,
just already went back. I'm 23.
You 23?
Yeah, I'm 23. 7 years.
Wow.
I already did the 16-year-old Pierre.
You have to. Well, when I say go back there, it's go back. So when you're fine, I mean, you have your passion, obviously.
Right.
But it is comforting to know that you're doing the thing that 16-year-old Pierre was passionate about and wanted to do. But you have to get back to you. 30 years of not investing in yourself, that's horrific, honestly. Like, you should never go that long without caring for you. Especially when you are pouring out so much to so many other people.
I get what you're saying. I understand that. I do, and I will. I think what that do, because we were talking yesterday, and it was like, before burnout happens, and I got up and walked out because I'm burnt out.
Not yet.
I feel like I am. I feel like I was with the jobs. You know what I mean? Like, the morning I woke up and I found out that my mom was gone, I was done, right? Before then, I was excited, right? All right, I'm going over here. I got to make sure this person cool. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to go over here. Oh, I got to fly out to Pittsburgh, make sure everything's happening the way it's supposed to happen. And when I heard that, I said, oh, yeah, I'm not coming in, right? I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I'm good. And that's hard, bro. That does a lot to your character, right? How do I feel about myself, right? When I say I quit a job, how do the people view me for walking away, right?
We don't care about that.
But I do.
We don't.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I used to as well, until you realize that when you are sitting in a room alone, which one of those people are checking on you? Which one of them are helping you? You can't care about what people want to talk regardless. They talk all the time. But again, when we talking about Pierre, the people always come in. You got to focus on you and help yourself. You got to do that. I don't care about what they think.
That's my problem. I do care. I'm not that strong to not care, right? I know this about myself. I'm not that strong to not care about how people feel. I care too much.
I'm not saying don't care about how people feel, but when you are trying to fix your own life, if you're trying to evolve and do things for yourself, what other people think or feel doesn't matter, as long as you have the right intentions behind everything that you're doing. Shouldn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't apply. That doesn't. I don't know if I can hit that button.
That you can. Once you start really diving into what you want to do, where you're trying to go, what you love to do, what makes you happy, what makes you giggle. When's the last time you giggle? Like, I
think I giggle at the wrong times.
Like a traumatic giggle. I know people like that.
Right, I giggle at the wrong time.
I giggle when I'm upset or I'm nervous.
I have no other choice but to laugh.
And I'm crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I remember one time I was getting yelled at, and I was just like, and it was just like, but it was a realization for me that after everything I've done, everything I gave, this is the response you have for me. It's very hard to not be concerned with how people view me and how people see me. So for me to be able to quit those jobs and say, you know, and I have to focus. I got to focus on what brought me to those dances. The only reason why they hired me is because I have the radio station. I had to realize how powerful the radio station was and is, right? So when I quit, I was like, no, I need to focus on the radio station. I need to be in the community. I can still be in the community, but I'll be in the community the way I want to be in the community. I don't have to listen to anybody else because there's no bosses in here but me, right? So I'm going to give the way I want to give. I'm going to do what I want to do. And maybe that was the beginning of me breaking off from worrying about how other people view me. Right. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not to ignore how people feel. Again, it's all right. I see it. I recognize it, but I'm not going to allow that to dictate how I'm living my life and what I feel as though is best for me. I see that other people are affected, but how does it affect me is what's most important.
I think what's most important for me is communication.
Oh yeah, that's a huge one.
Right? I never want to be left out, especially if I'm in a relationship, right? I'm not looking for someone to take care of, but I am looking for someone to help, right? You know, everyone needs to help me. I need one. My partner should need one. We're partners in this, right? I don't feel as though I got to come in and take care of everything. You feel me? Because that's why men die. Taking care of everything, making sure no, you don't have to do this. I got that. Like, you have a heart attack. I had 2 strokes, literally. My memory shot. I can't really remember things I be trying to. Speech therapy, had to do all that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And people like, yo, you don't look like you had no stroke.
No.
I was
Blessing.
I had to. That was
Blessing.
That was a warning. God said, yo, now I'm going to warn you. You got to calm down. Got to stop being so hyper. Got to stop getting so upset. It's going to happen. Let it happen. I promise you in the end, you'll be all right. I was stressing over little stuff. I was mad. I was frustrated. Why can't you understand what I'm doing? Why can't you see what I'm doing? I'm having this conversation 3-4 times a day. And it stressed me out to a point where, I couldn't talk. I was on the phone with Raheem, and I was telling him about our license. He was like, what you say? He said, brother, you all right? I couldn't talk. I looked at my mouth. I went in the bathroom, put some water on my face. I'm looking at my face and everything. Like, all right. Kept bumping into the wall. Everything that was on this side, I couldn't see nothing. It was just this side, everything. So went to the hospital. They couldn't give me a
Wow.
CAT scan, but they gave me my medicine. I sat in there, and the doctor was like, "You gotta relax. Right? You have to, right? Or the next time you have a stroke, you could die." So I was having a conversation with with my man, and he was like, "No, you had 2 strokes, and for somebody to say what they said to you, you feel me? Like, you can have your daughter and just die one night. Who's gonna be there? To the hotel people come in the room and hear your daughter crying and you in there dead, bro? Like, that's not good."
Mm-mm.
So I don't know how you gonna handle it, but I know how
So it took for that. Did that sit you down or calm you down, or?
No, I just started taking my blood pressure medicine. I just started taking my blood pressure. I'm looking for ways to, not take it as regularly, but that was the reason why I had the strokes, because I wasn't taking it at all. Right? I didn't have no health insurance, so I couldn't take it. Right? And people saying that, you gonna quit a job that's giving you health insurance? Like, you're walking away from a lot. I said, I'm gonna make it up.
You had to be unhappy. You had to be.
At that, the last 3 months have been probably the worst 3 months of my life. Right? To really sit without my best friend.
Yeah.
Without my mother. And I don't think people really understand how hurt I am. Right? So it gets hard. But you gotta be a man, you gotta put your big boy pants on, keep walking. Can't stop. Right? The first day, Kenny wrote on my arm, "work." I said, "I'm quitting." I said, I can't do that in this. I can't continue to be who I am and continue to work. And I think sometimes it's respect. The respect that's paid to you. Again, if you feel as though I'm not doing my job, talk to me.
Yeah.
If you feel I'm not doing the job that you want me to do, talk to me. But yeah, so I had no other choice. I had to quit. Now, I'm in therapy, talking to my therapist. She said to me today, I have to do more things, more positive things for me.
Oh.
Right?
She sounds smart.
Yeah, she's on point.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Men Hill, right? If anybody, look them up, right? She's excellent. Also, Leroy Ambrose, you feel me? I kind of made him my relationship therapist. So I needed an individual therapist, and I said, all right, I'm tired of talking to a man who understands. I want to talk to a woman. I want to get a woman's perspective on the things that I do, the things that I give, right? How do you view that? But I like to go to the beach. I just realized that. Because for so long I don't like the dirt, right?
Oh, come on.
But then I realized how peaceful it is, right? To put your feet in the water. How it washes away, right? And how it comes back. And it does it all over again, right? And I went to Ocean City last week, and I just felt so at peace. That I left Ocean City, went and picked my daughters up, took them to Wildwood.
That's a lot of driving.
That's a lot of driving. And I honestly needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love to drive. I didn't get back until, 11 p.m. Saturday? And then last weekend, I took my daughter to Cape May. Right? My daughter, my other daughter, my son. We went to Cape May. And their mother.
And the beach.
And the beach.
And it felt good again?
It felt good again.
Okay.
Right? So I know that's my spot now.
So you like water? Or is it...
I'm a Capricorn. I love water.
I mean...
I'm an earth sign, ain't I? I don't know. Whatever it is. I really don't follow none of that stuff. But
I mean...
I gotta love water. My dad threw me in the pool when I was 2 years old.
So that would make you hate it?
No. No, honestly, I learned to swim. Learn to float. Figure it out.
But since you recognize that the beach is a place where you can find your peace and your calm, go often.
Yeah, I think
Tap into that often. Start there.
I think I'm gonna go Friday.
There you go.
Right.
By yourself.
Yeah. I have to. As much as I don't want to, I have to. I don't want to do things without my children.
That's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
I feel like I don't know.
Do you think you know you?
I don't think I know. I don't think I know me 100%. I think I know about 60% of me. So like it's another 40% that I'm scared to
you gotta unlock that.
Yeah.
That's where you get over the hump. You gotta unlock that.
Or I could go backwards.
Because how are you going to even start looking for a relationship with somebody else when you will not be able to tell them the things that you need and want because you don't even know that?
I know what I need from my partner.
No, you don't even know yourself. You don't even know yourself.
You know what I put it? It's real simple. I just want respect.
You want way more than respect.
I should want way more than respect.
Yes.
But right now, that's all I need.
Stop selling yourself short. Don't
Sound
do
like my
that.
therapist. That's what she said. She said you should want
You
more
need
than that.
to say all the things that you want. When we were talking prior to this, you were saying that everything came to fruition, right? So if you understand that does work, why don't you say more?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I gotta find my old journals. Stay somewhere in here and take it down to the beach. I'll be so tired.
That sounds like an amazing time. Go to sleep. Go to the beach and go to sleep.
I'm gonna get sunburned.
No, you're not. Get a tent. Get something. Now you're making excuses.
You settle for the bare minimum.
You settle for the. There you go.
Because,
yes, Keisha.
Because I can provide for myself, though. Right?
Can you? How well are you doing that?
I have.
Okay.
I'm here.
That's the bare minimum, like what somebody just said.
Keisha, you don't know me. No. That's just love her. Stop. I get it. I do. I understand it. Right?
It starts with you, literally.
It ends with me too.
Your kids will, yes, when it comes to you, it starts and ends with you, but you understand that you are in so many people's lives that if you're because you're not taking care of Pierre, I can say you're not properly taking care of your kids.
I'm not.
I can say that because if you were, you would be investing in yourself, because that gives them the father that you will be able to give your kids when you are full and pure, like full. It's unimaginable. And it feels good being a happy parent, a satisfied parent, a fulfilled parent. That feels good. It doesn't feel good to have to parent while you're drained. It doesn't feel good at all. Okay. It actually makes you kind of like not like parenting as much. And parenting is a beautiful thing.
Nah, you know me, Keisha. I get it. I do. Nah, I appreciate you. I got some good sisters by my side, man. Constantly motivating me, constantly pushing me, seeing how hard I'm trying, right? So, I appreciate y'all. I'm not really trying to see how hard I'm working. So I will do that.
Yeah.
Now I will try my best to put myself first in every situation.
Yeah.
But when you do that, people then get to they call you selfish. So how do you not be concerned with how people feel when they're so close to you?
You're not completely doing away with helping people or doing away with taking care of people. You're just starting with you first. So what we do is we take care of everybody else, and then at the end of the day, we might have 10 minutes of energy left for ourselves, and we typically scroll our phones, and I'm exaggerating a bit, but typically when we do have free time, we're sitting down and we're still not investing in ourselves. You got to reverse it. Don't wait until you've poured into everyone else and then bring it to yourself. Start with yourself, and then you can pour into everybody else, and you'll get to whomever is priority. Most likely is you, then your children, then everybody else. Everybody else will have to get what's left of you. It shouldn't be you getting what's left over, the crumbs. It definitely shouldn't be you.
All right. When you get yourself together, how does that feel?
What do you mean?
Like, to know that you are together, that everything is at the end of life. You feel me? Like
I don't know, because I'm not all
I know
the
you're
way
not
together.
right? But I just, I think that's what I'm scared of, right?
Scared of
completion, like being at my full capacity, right?
I mean,
doing for me. I think that's the problem, right? I haven't done for me. So when I say I'm at 60%, that other 40%, right? To have me at 100, how long can I go at 100? How much longer do I have to live? I think that's the fear, because I always thought, honestly, to be honest, I'll be dead by 37. That's when the station was born. My 37th year, right? That's how old my dad was when he died. So I didn't see myself living past 37. I'll be out of here before 37. I'm out here in the streets. Every time wow. Oh shit, I'm still here. So at 37, it was like, all right, I got to start living, right? And I thought that was enough. Now you sitting here telling me I ain't been doing enough for me.
no, it don't seem like you've been doing anything. Your cup is empty. It's
So how am I still pouring in other
empty
people's cups?
styrofoam cup. You need a glass, a crystal glass, a crystal cup. That's what you want. But you are literally pouring from styrofoam, giving people styrofoam water. Like, if you want to really pour into people, you want to give them a nice glass of spring water. You gotta pour into you. And you're never going to be at completion. Once you're at completion, you're going to die. But you can invest in you, and then next week you're going to fall off. You're going to fall off track. You're not going to be ever perfect, but you have to keep investing in yourself. That's a never-ending journey. But you got to start your journey. You ain't even start yet.
So what I've been doing?
I don't know. What you been doing for yourself?
The radio station. That's for me.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
What you mean I ain't start yet? Hey, you
You're
punching
right.
me. What's all this stuff in here?
No, you're right. You're right.
Even that wasn't. Had a conversation. Brother told me, I respect you for starting a radio station. Me personally, I would have just did a podcast. That would have been easier for you to manage, to push. Because now you got to push this whole radio station up this hill, and it don't look like you got nobody behind you, nobody to help you, nobody that wants to see you win. You're surrounded by people that's trying to win in their surroundings, and then they come on to you, and then they like, oh yeah, let's get in this. So not only are you pushing a radio station, but you're pushing everybody that's at the radio station up a hill, and nobody wants to get out and help you push because they don't know, or they don't think that you need help. Do you tell people you need help?
Yes.
All the fucking time. Please come help me. Please.
I mean, I'm just learning how to do that, though. I never asked for help. That was my problem. I never asked for help. So you asked for help?
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Ask the right way. How you supposed to ask for help?
Well, you gotta just say the words help.
Help me.
I never.
Yeah, I've said that several times. Come help me. Come to the radio station. Come help me. Come learn how to do this. Come learn how to do that. Come in here and learn how to run the equipment. Just in case I'm not here, the station can keep, the shows can go on, right? I don't.
That's good. You are asking for help. That's good.
But don't nobody hear me. And then they say I'm being selfish. So I guess I get it, right? You can try your best to please. I'm trying to please everybody.
She said you do not ask for help.
I do so, Keish. Don't do that. So I do ask for help. I think I do.
You think you do? You should know.
How about if I ask for help, you got to do it. If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Well,
so
yeah.
Is that not asking for help?
No, you're just asking the wrong people.
Oh,
and
okay.
remember I was saying earlier about finding your people. You got to find your people.
Finding your people is hard.
Very.
And
But
it's
you
hard
can't
to find your people and have your station.
You can't find your people
If I
if
had
you
money.
haven't found you, though. Your people. So, what I've learned through
See,
therapy,
you don't even know.
huh?
Nothing. You don't even know.
What I found through therapy is that your people can actually find you when you find yourself. Like, you gotta really present yourself how you want to be, but you're admitting that you don't know who you are. You're admitting that you were presenting yourself as somebody other than who you really were in your core. You need community in order for this to grow. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing. No, you should not stop. Keep pushing it up the hill. But as you're doing that, start figuring out who Pierre is, what Pierre wants to do, where he wants to go with CMP, and your people will find you at the same time you're trying to find them. But they can't see you. They can't see you yet if you are not presenting yourself as exactly who you are. I don't know what that is.
I'll give you a bell. You're just breaking me down. It's okay. You know, everybody
Sorry.
needs to be broken down. You know, get built back up. It's cool. Life be life.
Life be life, and
Life definitely be life. I want to thank you for stopping through.
Thanks for
I want to
having
thank
me.
you for tearing me apart.
Stop. Stop. Come on a hike. You gotta come on a hike.
I'm not going in the woods.
Come on.
I go on the beach. It's bad enough I don't really like going into the beach water because it's things that live in the woods that do not live in my house.
So you would never go camping in a tent?
I would go glamping. They got this awesome place down in Atlanta. It's called Honey Hills. They got this great, like they got a jacuzzi in the back. You know what I mean? Like I need a kitchen. I need a kitchen. I'm not sleeping outside. We're past that. I think that we're past that. As people, we have houses now. You know what I mean? We don't have to.
And
we won't be
people
foraging and getting berries and stuff like that. I'm good.
Amazing.
Amazing. What do you eat?
Ask anybody who has been to the Naturescape with My Serenities how that experience is. And you would
got
want to go.
gnats and mosquitoes. And
All of the above.
no, I don't want that. It's bad enough I deal with them here. I'm outside.
But that does not overshadow everything else that you get from it. And we definitely look at it like it's hot, it's bugs, it's dirt, all the things, but look at everything else that you get from it.
So your company takes people out into the wilderness. How much does that cost? How much does a weekend cost?
It depends on where you go.
Right.
Where we stayed is a little bit more expensive than it is for you to go to a park like Lumps Pine. State parks, we're surrounded by camping areas. They're very cheap. You can stay at Lumps Pine for a weekend for about $80, and you
What
can
they give
have, huh?
What they give you?
Just you get
Continental breakfast?
No, you're going to get you're going to get 2 parking spots, a big plot of land, 2 fire pits, a fire pit, and you have a bathhouse. It's not as nice as the one on the farm, but you can take a shower, use the bathroom, all of that. But they don't give you food. No, you bring all your food. It's like BYOB. You bring BYOF and BYOB.
We can bring coolers.
Everything you want. Yes, you can bring your blow up bed. My tent, I have a queen blow up bed. I have an area rug, a table, lights hanging. I have a porch on my tent. And the things that people use to decorate their tents, we had a guy that came with, shout out to Pedro, Lord, he came with a big hotel. It started raining and everybody went into Pedro's tent. And again, it's almost 20 of us, maybe 12 of us were in Pedro's tent playing Uno, spades, tonk, all the things until it stopped raining. And when I say a time, we had a time. Gian was our runner. Gian was running around. Gian the realtor. He's running around making peanut butter and jellies for people. A time. We're listening to music. We had the big inflatable projector out there. We're watching. They watch the NBA finals. It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
It is what I think. You out there living in the woods, it's exactly what I think.
Having a time.
No, I bet it is. It is. You said September 6th through the 8th is the next trip?
September 6th through the 8th.
How much is that?
For the entire weekend, including activities and light refreshments, it is $150 per person.
What?
Yes. For the whole weekend.
But you got to bring your own tent.
Bring your own tent. Bring whatever you want to bring that makes you feel comfortable in your tent. Bring it.
I want them inflatable joints.
Yeah,
I don't got time to be putting a pole inside the other pole.
We have people with inflatable couches, ottomans. They bought hammocks. Literally.
If I come with my tent, I just want to sleep. I don't want nobody bother me. I just want to sleep.
That's fine.
Y'all want to party? Y'all can party.
That's fine. That's fine.
I just
you gonna get up?
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna have my Pokemon, and I'm going to sleep. Literally. No, but I thank you for coming through. We got to do the interview where we talk more about you being the first female firefighter. That's an accomplishment.
Aww.
Right? It really is, right? And I always wanted to give you your flowers for that, right? And talk to you about it, but I was so busy, I ain't.
It's okay.
Right? But I want to bring you back so we can have a conversation and talk about how that looks to you. How does that make you feel? Right? I know you've written a book.
I did.
Right? What's the title of the book?
Girls Can Be Firefighters Too. It's a children's book. Yes.
Right. So, I just want to talk what got you into that, right?
Yes.
So, you'll be back.
Okay.
You feel me? And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This show was not supposed to be about me. But, as usual, I don't have a problem with talking about me. There are some things that I have to fix. There are some roads that I have to go down, right? So I can be at 100%. I will do that. I will do that work. I don't have a problem with doing that. Talked to my therapist today. She said the same thing. And it resonated with me. I understand. No more excuses, no more complaining, no more I can't do. I have to do. I must do. I will do. CMPRadio.net, man. This is straight like that. Shout out to Mike Martin. I swear, I promise he didn't buy a Ford Fusion. Speaking of Fusion, Fusion Friday, August 9th, August 16th, August 23rd, and August 30th. We're coming out into the community, and we're talking about the things that the community needs to do. We're bringing out the nonprofits of our community, G-Vine, Making a Change Group, Safe Corridors, Brown Reentry, Tripoli Foundation, Health Educated, Chestpin. We're bringing them out so you know what your community already has enough of and how you can get services from them. Listen, if you have young men that are from age 10 to 21, hit up G-Code, hit up G-O. Go to G-Vine, sign your son up to have some mentors that have been through Understand how important this is. Sign your sons up to have mentors who have been through the streets of Chester, that have survived the streets of Chester, that know what they didn't do right so they can give it back to the next generation. That's all we're trying to do. No one is trying to highlight anything that we've done and make it seem like we've done anything that anyone else hasn't done. One thing you can say about Chester, it is a city, but we are family and we care about each other. We can uplift each other, but we need everybody's cooperation. We can't do anything by ourselves. I was talking earlier to Donyae, we was talking about the spider and the lion. Spider went and got his homies and tied that lion right up. One spider can't do it, but many spiders can. The CMPRadio.net, man. Make sure you're tuning into the podcast. Make sure you're downloading that app, CMPRadio.net, and listen to our beautiful playlist. I'm on the radio, man. I love you. Peace.
Was cool football days with the shoulder pads, shows his pants, hood beefing now, you don't know that.